And when I do come in and you're trying to tie me and we end up exchanging and I get the better of the exchange, that means that the aggressor is winning and you trying to counter is not being effective. And he was very ineffective, man. I don't know if I was watching boxing or the Tour de France. That man was on his bicycle the whole game. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Dr. PG NGM with Engineers to the Streets. Yes, sir. Yes, man. Back for another YouTube video. Banger, we are here. The doctor's in the house. You know we got another big day. We got another big day because there's been some criminal activity. You know, I'm talking about in the boxing world once again, back to back like a Drake song. Man. I said, what do we got going on? But you know what it is. Those of you are familiar with the channel, what we like to do. Every single event that we watch, I provide live commentary for. We do what we call a 3-minute round rundown. That's where I cover everything that transpired over the course of the event on the card and smash everything into one 3-minute round. Yes, one 3-minute round will represent a professional bout of boxing. So that's what we do. Maybe squeeze everything in one 3-minute round just to give everything to you just nice, sweet, and you know, just succinct information. You know, that's what we try to do right around here. But hey, you know, we're trying to get monetized. I appreciate the support so much, man. Thank God for that. You know, if you want to support me before we get monetized, which is not already, you know, you consider donating to the Cash App if that's what you want to do. You know, I appreciate it that my Cash App is right on the screen and that everything goes to strengthening the channel and make the channel better and bigger. And you know, we got to get it popping, man. But I'm not gonna hold you up too much longer. Let's get right to the meat and potatoes because we got a lot to talk about. First off, let me get that clock, baby. Bring up the clock. All right, there go the clock right there. Let's go, man. So first out the gate, you see we have the live commentary here for what's his name, Kenshiro Teraji versus Carlos Canizales. And you know, I got my notes up here because I scored these rounds. But before we get to the main event, let's cover the co-main event, man. I told y'all not to bet on this fight right here, but you know what I did? I bet on the fight. Oh, wow. So we got Artem Dalakian versus Seigo Akui, man. Seigo Yuri Akui. And this is how you know, they're hollering about a robbery. That's what they're doing on the Artem, but I don't think it's really justified, you know. And I always say too, man, when you call out a false crime, then the person that's calling out the false crime and lying, you should be susceptible to whatever punishment the alleged criminal would get. So in this case, he's calling a robbery. I think he should start off with a point deduction in his next fight. If he even fights again. Hey, that was terrible. You know what I'm talking about? Of course, I was just joking, but let's get right to it, man. So the first round one, I scored that for Akui. I scored round 2 for Akui. I scored round 3 for Akui. I scored round 4, 10-9 for Dalakian. This first round he won. The 5th round, I called it a draw, so it was 10-10. The 6th round, which was close, I still gave it to Akui. The 7th round, I said it was very close, but I still edged it to Akui. The 8th and the 9th were for Akui. The 10th, I gave to Dalakian. You know, Akui seemed to stumble from a body punch, but it was mostly a slip, rightfully so. And Dalakian probably landed his best shot of the night that round in round 10, but it was too late. And then round 11 and 12, I gave to Akui, with round 11 probably being the most convincing round of the match. So if you go check out my predictions of this fight, I said don't bet on this because I knew it was gonna be close. And I said that, you know, Artem Dalakian, you know, he came off of a win, which was a steal against Jimenez. And Jimenez, it seemed like Jimenez, I already said that they didn't have any common opponents between Akui and Dalakian, but Jimenez, to me, he embodied the most similar style to Akui. And I was like, bruh, but I don't think Akui applies as much pressure as Jimenez, and I don't think he's as strong as Jimenez. But I guess I underrated Akui because Akui was able to cut the ring off better, and I overrated Dalakian because I compared to the Prince Nassim Ahmed, but I said that he does everything a little bit where I said he was like a poor man's version of Ahmed.
Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?
He's not quite as strong and not quite as explosive. He's not quite as elusive, but he's good enough. Obviously, he's undefeated. But boy, was I wrong, man. So at the end of the day, man, I scored it 9 rounds to 2 for Akui, and with 1 round being a draw. And so the score ended up being 118 to 111 in favor of Akui. So easily. And before you say, oh, you don't know what you was watching, oh, are you tripping, you go for Akui? I had my money on Artem Dalakian. So if anybody wanted Dalakian to win, it would be me, baby. Trust me, I'm mad. You feel me? So, but I gotta be honest, man. I try my best to be unbiased. I don't try, it just comes natural because I love boxing, so I'm gonna keep it funky all the time. You know, see, I win a lot more than I lose. This one I lost, and I'd rather have the boxer be rewarded as he should be. You know, and I attack every single fight with objectivity, baby. That's what we do around here. So that was it. Akui easily won. You know, Dalakian was trading coming in, and he wasn't catching him. He was trying to be elusive, right? And you know you're gonna catch somebody when they're coming in, but he wasn't catching them when he's coming in. Instead, they were trading shots because he couldn't time Akui right. You know, so that means that Akui being the aggressor, if I'm coming in and I'm being aggressive, I'm chasing you this whole fight, and when I do come in and you're trying to time me, and we end up exchanging, and I get the better of the exchange, that means that the aggressor is winning, and you trying to counter is not being effective. And he was very ineffective, man. I don't know if I was watching boxing or the Tour de France. That man was on his bicycle the whole game. That man was the whole 12 rounds he was on his bicycle, man. So yeah, Akui won that easily. The fact they're even complaining, they're saying that the scores were wrong, man, you're crazy, man. If the scores were wrong, it's because it was too close. That's just real. Now let's get right to it, man. You know, like I said, and it kind of reminds me of this. You know, everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon. Everybody wants to jump on the let me get this out the way. Everybody wants to jump on the bandwagon of the robbery that happened in Liverpool. Mayor got robbed. Artem Dalakian, you got justice. Definitely. Because you really should have 2 losses, to be honest with you. You really should have 2 losses. So let's get that out the way right now. So now let's go down to the main event, which is what they're called. Another robbery, man. They call this one a robbery too. So let's see how it goes, man. Let's see how I scored it. So Kenshiro Teraji versus Carlos Canizales. Man. So we had Teraji representing Japan and Canizales representing Venezuela. The first round I gave to Canizales, 10-9. The second round I gave to Teraji. It was a knockdown, and some people say it was a debatable knockdown. No, to me it was a knockdown, because after Teraji hit him in the head with that right, Canizales says that he was wobbly. You saw he was visibly wobbly. He was obviously wobbled and hurt. And then he was real smart though. He was intelligent. He tried to dive at Teraji to try to mask it, and he tried to hurry up and clinch up. But when he clinched, he lunged because he's trying so desperately to not get caught and get knocked down. But the referee said, Mr. Jackson, I peeped that. You really just lunged at him because you was about to fall anyway. So I think it was rightfully called a knockdown, because he, like I said, he took a desperate measure and tried to dive at Teraji to try to cover up him about to get knocked out, because he was badly hurt. But to my surprise, he recovered in the very next round, and he scored a knockdown on Teraji. So that's 10-8 rounds. They traded it. You know what I'm saying? It's evenly matched right here. But I did have Canizales winning the first one, first round, so he's ahead right now. Then the fourth round I gave to Teraji, but this was admittedly, this was a very difficult round for me to score. It could go either way. So someone has it for Teraji, someone has it for Canizales, someone has it a draw. I'm cool. Fifth round I gave it a draw. Once again, this was very close. I had Teraji winning in the beginning, but Canizales, he came alive towards the end, towards the middle to the end. So I call that a draw. Round 6, I gave it to Canizales again. You see they're going back and forth. Teraji, I gave round 7. He hurt Canizales with a body shot. Up until that point, I had Canizales winning that 7th round, but then Canizales, you know, he kind of survived, and not only did he survive, he kind of took control of the round towards the end of it. But I still had that when Teraji hurt him, I still gave that round to him because that was a mean body shot. Now the 8th round, 10-9, I gave to Teraji P. Henson, you know what I'm talking about? Canizales came alive towards the end again, but I thought Teraji did enough, in my opinion, to win that round. Round 9, I know we're going way over the time. I'm sorry, I didn't know I was going to explain so much stuff. Round 9 and 10, I gave to Canizales convincingly, and then at round 10, I was like, man, Teraji needs both these rounds just to get a draw, almost, you know, and maybe edge this one out. Canizales came out, and the round 11 was probably the clearest round to score outside of the knockdowns of the whole fight. So and then in the round 12, I don't know what Teraji was doing. I don't know if they thought he was winning. I don't know what it was, but obviously he was right, because he didn't throw anything, and apparently he was winning, because as you know, he won, which I thought was crazy, because I was like, man, he has to win these next 2 rounds. But I'm hearing some things about maybe his hand was hurt or something like that. He had an issue, but I don't care. We got to keep the same injury. We gotta keep the same energy. If you're not gonna give Aerospace excuse me, no excuse. And you're not gonna give Shakur Stevenson no excuse. He had a hurt hand. Floyd fights with a hurt hand. Manny Pacquiao fought with a hurt shoulder. I don't want to hear that, man. You got to fight through it. No one's 100% on fight night. You know what I'm saying? So he had a hurt hand. He still lost the fight. You know what I'm saying? He lost the fight with a hurt hand. Shakur won the fight with a hurt hand. You know, it is what it is, man. So I feel like so my scoreboard, I had 7 rounds to 4 for Canizales, with a score being 115 to 112 in favor of Canizales. So I had him win 7 rounds to 4 with a score of 115 to 112 in favor of Canizales, and even that's being kind of generous toward Teraji. So yeah, I don't really understand what they were talking about with this score. Like, this was a robbery. This reminded me of Mayer versus Jonas. However, even with the robbery, just like Mayer and Jonas, I'm gonna draw a parallel between the two, because just like Mayer and Jonas, these are 2 fight of the year candidates, man. We got 2 fight of the year candidates in January. So boxing is looking good in 2024. I'm happy for it. I'm excited for it. Outside of the robberies, in which I lost both my money, both times. What's going on, man? Y'all right? I lost money on Mayer and I lost money on Dalakian, but it's okay because Dalakian, he really lost. I'm not mad about that. I'm mad about Mayer. Mayer won that fight. But yeah, man. So shout out to the commentators as well. I thought the commentators were great. One of the commentators, she said that if you watch the replay of the Teraji and Canizales fight in fast motion, you'll probably get dizzy because they kept circling around to their left. I thought that was great. That was a great observation, great analysis right there. Because she was right. So and that even further lets you know. And if you listen to her commentary, she said Canizales, he likes to go to the left. He does it habitually.
First of all, you're throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now because I don't understand them, I'm gonna take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth.
He does it habitually because he goes with his left hook. He also sways to the left, which leaves him susceptible to the right, and that's how he got knocked down in that was it the 3rd round by Teraji, or sorry, the 2nd round by Teraji. So she was spot on. However, this is let you know that Canizales commanded the fight and he was the one with the re-generalship. They kept going to the left. Teraji did not take Canizales out of his comfort zone at all. So how did Teraji win this? I don't know, but we got to stop robbing these people, man. We got to stop robbing. When you win, I don't care if you're male, female, black, white, Hispanic. I don't care about ethnicity. I don't care about religion. I don't care about sexuality. I don't care what it is. If they win, let the rightful person win. Mayer was robbed. Canizales was robbed. We got to stop this as boxing, man. It makes it hard to watch. It definitely makes it hard to bet on. But yeah, man. So I really was disappointed and 2 bad calls in a row. I don't care if it's hometown cooking or what. And I adamantly and vehemently,
first of all, you're throwing too many big words at me,
disagree with the people, especially Dalakian's camp, talk about he got robbed. Shame on you saying you got robbed. No, you got exactly what you deserve. You fought a terrible fight and you lost. And you lost me money too. So I don't want to hear nothing from you, brother. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all rocking me as always, man. It's 3-minute round right now. I know I went well over the clock. I'm sorry. Y'all know I'm loquacious.
Too many big words.
I love to talk. But I love to give y'all the boxing business as well, man. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I appreciate y'all as always, man. You know what it is, man. Without God, I am nothing. But with God, I can do anything. And the same applies to you, my brothers and sisters from my brother from another mother, and my sister from another mister, man. I love y'all for real, man. Don't forget to like the video. I appreciate it. Like I said, once again, if you want to support the channel extra, no pressure. But if you do, my Cash App is on the screen below me. You know, every single dollar goes to improving the channel and bringing y'all hot news in the boxing world, man. Appreciate y'all. Y'all be easy. God bless. Peace. Love y'all. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.